Hi, welcome guys. So today in this video, I'm gonna talk about musical notes or musical alphabets, and then I'm going to show you some patterns, like on how to find certain notes, how to find notes on the fretboard, and also I'm going to show you some exercise that you can do at home, and I'll also show you another chord. Okay. So again, you don't have to watch this whole video at once. You can skip to different sections, and everything will be time stamped in the description of this video below. You can ask your kids what timestamps are. They should know what timestamps are. So look in the description of this video below. I have put all the timestamps for different sections. So here we go. So you already know the notes, right? Some of the notes, like open string notes, E, A, D, G, B, E, right? So now what about the rest of them? Okay, now first thing you need to know, there's 7 musical notes, natural notes, like A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. There is no H, there is no I. So after G comes back to A. All right, so even if you start with C, let's say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, that's 7. And then again D. So now let's see how it applies on the fretboard. You see this neck here? Okay, and watch my right hand also. I'm using the right thumb to play 6th string, 5th, and 4th. Okay. And the index finger for the 3rd string, middle finger for the 2nd string, and the ring finger for the 1st string. Okay? And also, before I move on, there is no gap between B and C and E and F. Okay? There is no gap. Let me show you what that means. Now, all right. So when you play this open, that's so all right. So when you play this string open, the 6th string open, that's E. Okay? After E, it's F. Okay? There's no gap. So what that means is you don't skip a fret. These frets, you don't skip it. So this is E, the 1st fret, that's F, okay? That's F. After F is G. Now there is a gap between F and G, so that means you need to skip a fret. Don't press here, go to the next one, 3rd fret. That's G, okay? So after G, it's A, okay? It comes back to A. So you need to skip a fret. So that's A. A is on the 5th fret of 6th string. Okay? Now, in your guitar, there should be markers like this, the white dots. Those are like a fret markers. So in my guitar, or in your guitar, it should be on the 3rd fret, or 5th fret, 7th, 9th, and so on. Okay? And that'll help you to locate the notes, or to find out the position where they are. So when I say 5th fret, you just look at the marker here. That's A, okay? So now we're at A. Then it comes B. There's a gap between A and B, so that means you skip a fret again, so that's B. After B, it's C. Remember, there's no gap between B and C, so you don't need to skip a fret. So the next one is C, all right? So now you do the same thing for the next string, that is 5th string, which is A. So when you play open, that's A. After A, it's B. There's a gap between A and B. So you skip a fret. You skip this 1st fret, come to the 2nd fret. That's B. After B, it's C. You don't skip a fret, so you come to C here. After C, it's D. you skip a fret to D. From D, it's E. Okay, you are skipping a fret here. All right? So you get the idea. So you do the same thing for the rest of the strings. Okay? And you'll see on the screen also all the notes of this fretboard. You can also do yourself on a piece of paper. Okay, practice that. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes a day. Just do that. Even if you don't want to go into theory, you need to know these notes. Okay, it's very helpful. Now, the next is, do you really need to memorize these notes? You should, especially for the 6th string and the 5th string. Okay, so now try to memorize all these notes on the 6th string. Okay, and there's some ways to do that. This is E, right? First fret is F, 3rd fret is G, 5th fret is A. You see the pattern is going odd numbers: 1, 3, 5, 7. That's B, with the exception of C note, which is on the even number of even fret. Okay, so try that. So next time if I ask you what note is this on the 5th fret, you should be telling that's A. So once you know the notes on the 6th string, you automatically know the notes for the 1st string, because 6th and the 1st string has the same notes. Okay, and then move on to the 5th string. 5th string also you need to memorize the notes. Okay, open is A, 2nd fret is B, then C, 5th fret is D, and so on. So what about the notes in between A and B, or between C and D? Okay, those are called sharp or flat notes. Okay, so for instance, this is F. The next one will be F sharp, and then this is G. This is called F sharp or G flat. Think about this. Right ahead of F, that's sharp, higher. Behind G, so it's flat, lower. F sharp or G flat is the same thing. Okay, so this is F, F sharp, G flat, G, and then same thing from G. The next one will be G sharp, and this is A. This is G sharp or A flat. About learning the notes, try to learn each string at a time. Okay, once you master the, let's say, the 6th string, and go to the 5th, and so on. Okay, one by one. Now I'm going to show you some of the pattern that will help you to find a note on some strings. Okay, I'm just going to touch in brief. I'll be going over in detail in next lesson. So when I said the pattern, it's basically, okay, if I want to find the note on the 4th string, okay, this is the 4th string, E, A, D, D string. Or if I say, hey, find A note on the 4th string, or find a B note on 4th string, how do you do that? If you don't know the notes, how do you find that note on the 4th string? Okay, right now we are focusing on the 4th string. So what you do is you take a reference with the 6th string, 6th and 4th. Okay, assume that you already know the notes on the 6th string. So how do you find, let's say if this is G, right? On the 3rd fret, that's G. Now find another G note on the 4th string. So how do you do that? So what you do is there's a pattern. You go 2 strings down, that's on the 4th, and 2 frets to the right. 1, 2. Okay? That is G. Same thing as this. That's G. Okay? So 2 strings down, 2 frets to the right. So you found a G on the 4th string. You get that? Or you could do it like this. If you have G like this, right? You need to find G on the 4th string. You could do 2 frets to the right and 2 strings down. Okay? 2 frets to the right, 2 strings down. That's G. Okay? Now, how about this is A, right? Find me A on the 4th string. How do you do that? Same thing. You can either go 2 strings down, 2 frets to the right. So that 7th fret of 4th string is A. Or you could do 2 frets to the right, okay, from here, from the 5th string, from the 5th fret, 2 frets to the right, that's 7th fret, 2 strings down, that's the 4th string, that is A. Okay? I'll go in detail in the next lesson or in the class. Now try to play 3 G notes on 3 different strings. First one is the 6th string. Okay? Now with that pattern, 2 frets down, 2 strings down, 2 frets to the right. That's also G. That's the second G. Now the 3rd G, think about it where it can be. They're in more than one places, but what's the other one? Which is easy. Remember the first string? First string has the same note as the 6th string, so it'll be like this. So it'll be, this is 1 G, 2nd G, 3rd G. Try that, okay? Now, some exercise that you can do at home. This is for your stretching of the left hand fingers, okay? So what you do is, let's try this. So what I did, first I played open E string, that's 6th string, open, and put your first finger on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. It's pretty simple, right? Straightforward. Okay? I know it might hurt a little bit, but you get used to that. Try it. And do it very slow. You don't have to do all the strings at once. Try to perfect it or try to get used to it at least for 1 string. Okay? And then do the same thing for the next string. Alright? And you do the same thing up to till the end, till the 1st string. Now, notice my fingers here. I didn't do like this. I didn't lift my fingers after I was done. You keep the fingers right there on the fret, like this. See, the finger's still there. It's still there. Still there. This will help in your stretching. So do it very slow, okay? And I'll on the screen also I'll show you where you need to place your fingers. And if it is hard for you to do with all these 3 fingers right now, try this with 2 fingers for now, okay? Like this. play like this. Like that. Now I'm going to show you another chord. Last week, I think I showed you E minor, like this. Okay? Now, just move one string down. So your middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. The ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and the pinky on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. That's A major. Let's try that. Softly. Just do that. I hope this video helped you a little bit, I guess. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below, or you can ask me in the next lesson in the class. So until then, keep practicing, focus, write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, so play some guitar. Thank you for watching.